Heavy Rain has been a long time coming, and now that the game is almost here, it looks like the wait has been well worth it. David Cage from Quantic Dream is here to walk us through this fantastically dramatic game on PlayStation 3. Ryan from our PlayStation team is here to help us. Ryan, why don't you take it away?
All right, awesome. Well, David, thank you so much for being here, first of all.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the game and also what you're showing here at E3?
So Heavy Rain is a dark psychological thriller. It's the story of four main characters whose destinies are interlaced around the investigation about a serial killer called the Origami Killer, because he leaves an origami in the hand of his victims. Heavy Rain is a very different game. It's not a game about shooting or driving or solving puzzles. It's all about decision making, action and consequences, moral choices, and seeing how your actions can change the way the story is told.
Awesome.
So the scene we are going to present today, here at E3 we introduced two of the four main characters, and the first one and the scene we're going to see now is about a character called Jayden. He's a profiler from the FBI investigating on the Origami Killer, and he goes to a garage held by someone called Mad Jack, and we believe that the Origami Killer uses a stolen car that comes from his garage. So we want to investigate and see what's going on.
Awesome. Let's take a look. So now this is all real time that we see in
That's
the
real
loading
time.
menu, right?
That's real time. This is the in-game character, and this is our loading screen actually. There will be very few loading in the scene, but we thought it would be interesting to have very close shots on the character. This is a real actor, by the way. His name is Leon O'Kinden. He's an English actor. And we just scanned his face, motion capture his moves, his face, and recorded his voice. So we basically recreated him in 3D. Not only the way he looks, but also his performance as an actor.
You know, when the loading screen's that impressive, you're in for something special.
Okay, we are going to take these glasses. I'm not telling you what it is right now, but we'll discover. So the first new thing compared to the taxidermist demo, maybe you guys remember, is the interface. We really reworked the interface because we wanted it to be integrated in 3D in the environment instead of being 2D. So now it's really in 3D in the environment, and at the same glance you can see what you want to interact with and how to do it. So all actions are contextual in the game, and you do these moves like in Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy, if you guys played that. It's exactly unfolding the animation with the right analog stick. It's really me controlling the hand of this character and doing back and forth. And all actions are contextual the same way.
Big fan of Fahrenheit, by the way.
Thank you.
Really great story.
Thank you. So we also changed some traditional game conventions. For example, moving forward is not done with the left analog stick like in many games. It's done with the R2 trigger. It's a strange decision, like in a racing game, in fact. But wherever the camera is, pressing the R2 trigger always makes you move forward. Now, if you want to turn, you control the head of your character with the left analog stick. So it's not controlling exactly the torso of the character, it's controlling the head and shoulders of the character. So if you start looking on the right and you start walking, well, you start walking on the right. So you're really fully in control. It's a different way of navigating.
What inspired that choice to make it a navigation system like that?
Honestly, it's all about the camera system. Because when you think about it, if you use the stick, the camera gives you a point of view and a reference for the controls. But if the camera is in front of you, the left becomes the right becomes the left, and you're lost, basically.
Exactly.
So each time there's a camera cut, you get lost. Here with this system, if you want to move forward, R2 is always moving forward, no matter where the camera is. So it's really easy. Cool. Another thing we've done is also you can switch the camera with L1. At any point in the game, you always have two angles that you can choose from. So it becomes very natural.
That's awesome.
Last thing about the interface, and then we'll think about the story. It's L2. With L2, you can listen to what your character thinks in real time. So at any point in the game, depending on what's going on, what he feels, what he thinks, you will hear that. So at the moment, it's just keywords with subtitles, but it's going to be fully audio in the final game. Also, these words move very slowly. They move very slowly because the character is very calm, so his ideas are extremely clear. But if he becomes very stressed or if he's scared or whatever, these words will start overlapping and shaking and blurring in a strange way and become more difficult to read, which means that he's confused.
Awesome.
I like that. It's like his thoughts are right there on the screen, like
Yeah.
a thought bubble.
Yeah, exactly.